You are welcome once again to the True Word channel. The True Word channel is a YouTube channel that brings to you nothing but the truth. I am Eric Badibosu. We know that in our previous lesson, we learned about the journey of the chosen. The chosen people are specific people God has picked. He has handpicked. He has endowed His power and His Spirit into them, and He has assigned them with a specific purpose or assignment to come to the earth and deliver. And Jesus, our Lord, was the first chosen person. So He came and paved the way for all the chosen ones to follow. We also know that the Bible let us know that in the beginning was the Word. So He was in the beginning. And He was with God before all other prophets, mentioning Abraham all the way to Malachi. And then in the New Testament, He revealed Himself, or He came into human flesh, or He came to dwell with humans. Now, Christ said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. And no one comes to me, no one comes to the Father except through me. No one comes to the Father except through me. So, in our previous lesson, we learned about the journey of the chosen. And under it, we had Christ the way. Christ the way. And the way that Christ was talking about, or the way that He has paved for the chosen ones, is the way from His birth throughout His ministry to His death and resurrection. So He used this as a benchmark, as a way for us, or as an example for Christians or for chosen ones to be able to follow. We know that there are other chosen ones which existed, but Christ was the first. He said, or the Bible said, in the beginning was the Word. The Word was with God, and the Word was God. So that confirmed that Christ was in existence, but in the realm of the Spirit. So in the New Testament, He revealed Himself to live with humans and to act as humans and to be able to teach us the way. So those chosen ones, which God Himself has handpicked, who have a specific assignment, we are delving deeper into the journey. Which way did the Lord Jesus has created? Which truth is He talking about? And then which life did He promise His followers? So today, previously we looked at the way. Today we are looking at the truth. Don't forget, we have the way, the truth, and the life. So today we are taking a look at the truth. Now, our topic is journey of the chosen. Then under it we have the truth. And our verse today, we're taking it from John chapter 8, verse 32. Christ said, "For ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free." You shall know the truth, and the truth will set you free. Now, what truth is Jesus talking about? Christ is referring us, or his assignment on earth was to reconnect humanity to source. Christ's assignment is to come to awaken, spiritual awakening, to come and awake humanity, because humanity have been sleeping for so many years. We use certain articles such as religion and others to divert the concept of humanity, to divert the means in which humanity is supposed to evolve. That is spirituality. When humans are tapped into spirit, they reach their highest potentials and they are able to deliver, make themselves better, and also deliver a successful assignment. But there are a lot of distractions, which is in the 3D world, which is in the material world. And therefore, the attention of being connected to the spiritual world or the spirituality, which is the spiritual awakening, has been lost for several generations. As such, humanity has been directed, or the way of humanity has been diverted from the truth. Meanwhile, the truth is that humans are spirit beings, and therefore Christ's assignment was to redirect humanity to home. Humanity must go back home, must head towards home, must tap to source, must tap into divinity. So the truth is that Christ came to reconnect human beings into the divine. Now, in the first lesson of the journey of the chosen ones, we learned about the way. Today, we are taking a look at the truth. Now, when we know the truth, according to John chapter 8, verse 32, when we know the truth shall set us free. We know that the enemy uses lies, delusions, and different tactics to deceive mankind, to take and to divert mankind from the direct path, so that human beings will not be able to identify themselves and also know the reason why they are being brought on earth. A lot of people keep asking, why are we here? Are we here to just live and die and go? No, there is a specific assignment. There is a specific reason why the Lord or the Most High have to make humans come to the earth. And that assignment or that reason has always been hidden. But thank God, Christ came to redirect us to our source. So, his assignment was to come and awaken us spiritually, so that we'll be able to tap into our higher self. When humans tap into their higher self, they perform better. They are able to overcome their own personal problems. They are able to help others, and also they are able to change the world. The forces, which is the enemy, which is always trying, using tactics and deceitful ways to deceive humanity, will not have hold over human anymore. And sin, which is an enmity to humanity, will not have power over humans anymore. When humans are able to awaken spiritually, they will be able to identify all the tricks of the enemy, and therefore they will not be able to fall into the traps of the enemy. So, we are talking about the journey of the chosen. Now, why is it important that there should be a spiritual awakening? There is need for spiritual awakening because we know that the universe is the recorder of events. Everything that happened, the universe records it. So, humanity has been going through a lot of cycles. They come, they are not able to accomplish fulfill their assignments. They go back, they reincarnate, they come back, they are not able to accomplish the assignment. They go back and they keep going around the cycle. And what happened is that deep within, you will find out that you are feeling, as a human, you are feeling that you need a better life for yourself. This is the kind of life you want for yourself. This is the kind of partner you want for yourself. This is the kind of job you want to do for yourself. This is the kind of freedom you want for yourself. This is how you want your whole lifestyle to be. But unfortunately, you may not be able to reach that goal because the karmic cycle have to be broken. If these karmic cycles are not broken, you imagine it, you feel it, you dream it, you see it in your visions, but physically, you cannot grab the kind of life you want. And it is also painful that the divine will sit down and watch humanity going through all this pain, going and coming back and following on the same pattern without breaking these patterns, without breaking these cycles, without breaking these generational curses. And then we have to go and keep going and coming. So as such, you feel that your higher self, so your lower self attracts all those cycles, all those negativities, all those ancestral sins and generational curses. But your higher self is always trying to remind you that you are not what you are today. You are not the situation in which you are. That does not define you. You find out that your higher self is always talking to you that you need a better life. You need to live like this. You need this for your life. You need that for your life. You demand this. You need that. Or you deserve this kind of lifestyle. But you are not able to get it. You are not able to get there. So always your higher self wants good for you. But your lower self, it is embedded into these karmic cycles. And as a result, it doesn't allow you to be able to reach your higher self so that you tap into the type of life you want for yourself. So that is the problem. Now, spiritual awakening, it is a battle between your higher self and your lower self. The higher self wants good for you. It's always trying to lift you up in the spiritual realm, and then the lower self is drawing you back into the mud. It's drawing you back into the material world. It's drawing you back into the realm where the demons and the devils operate the most. So always there's a battle. You know, the Bible let us know that the spirit is an enmity to the flesh, and the flesh at the same time an enmity to the spirit. So these two selves does not respond on the same level. When one is up, the other is down. When the other is down, the other is up. So it moves in that way. But when humans are not able to awaken into the or awaken their consciousness, they keep trapped into the lower self, which is the material world, which does not go anywhere, which is where the generational curses and other things exist. And when it happens that way, you keep going and coming. And this particular event, it is something that the Most High do not want for humanity. That is why He sent His Lord Jesus Christ to come and die for humanity. Now, we will see also that how, if we say the higher self is battling against the lower self, and the desire for the humanity is to tap into spirituality so that you'll be able to evolve and get to the higher level. How do we get into our higher level? How do we tap into spirituality? How do we separate ourselves from the world? How do we identify the veils of this material world and raise ourselves to the higher realms? It is very important. So we will look at how do we do that. Now, first of all, we have to get rid of everything that does not serve our higher self. So number one, we get rid of everything that does not serve our higher self. So how do we raise ourselves into our higher selves so that we'll be able to tap into the spirit? We get rid of everything that does not serve our higher self. Now, what are some of the things that does not serve our higher self? We know that sin is number one on the list. Everything that is sinful, it lowers our vibrations. It brings us down. So when we go to the book of Galatians chapter 5 verse 19 to 21, he spoke about a lot of activities that when we engage ourselves into it, it lowers our vibration, or it becomes a sin. It becomes a channel for the enemy to be able to access our life. So when we try to raise our vibration high, then we should know that we need to get rid of sin. So, example is sin. And we can take a look at Galatians chapter 5, verse 19 to 21. So, sin is number one, or the major reason why our vibrations can go down. Then we keep trapped in the 3D world. Then we keep trapped, or we keep feeding our lower self. So if we keep feeding our lower self, then our higher self will go down and the lower self will take over our life. So when that happens, then we will not be able to tap into our divine purpose, because you have to be at your higher self to be able to tap into your divine purpose. Now, number two reason. Number two reason why we have to, we need to, or how do we get tap into our higher self or into the spirit or spiritual realm? We know that it is working on ourselves. Now, working on ourselves. Why is it important that we have to work on ourselves? Yes, because there are certain things that accompany us as we move along the journey of life. But one of those things is to be able to identify our weaknesses. If we are able to, before we work on ourselves, we have to identify our weaknesses. Our weaknesses expose us to lower vibrations. Our weaknesses, where we are weak, we cannot be strong enough to tap into our higher self. Our weaknesses lowers our vibrations. So now, what are some of the weaknesses of which, if we are not able to work on it, we will not be able to raise our vibrations? Don't forget, we are trying to see how, or the processes in which we can be able to tap into our spirituality, or we can be able to connect to source, because there is need for humanity to connect to source. So number one, we know that we have to get rid of everything that does not help us. What does not help us, the major thing is sin. And we get Galatians chapter 5 verse 19 to 21. And the second one is working on ourselves. We need to work on ourselves because there is weakness. As far as we live, there is weakness. Now, what are some of the weaknesses that humanity have? Some of the weaknesses will be childhood trauma. Childhood trauma. Some of the times we develop trauma, we develop pain from our childhood, and we develop or we grow with such traumas. And as such, it becomes like a wound that is inside us. For example, people who do not have proper parental care from childhood, when they grow up, they develop that pain in them. That gap is not filled. So anytime they feel like they are not satisfied, there is something in them, there is a wound in them. So children develop those kind of wounds. When they grow as adults, those wounds remain in them. That is why you find out that certain people behave some way, because they have wounds that have not been healed from childhood. So they still repeating certain kind of character. They cannot get out of it because they are still not filled. That gap, that hole, that wound is still there. So they are not able to heal from that wound. Now, number two, another reason why we need to work on ourselves is because apart from the childhood wound, we also have relationship traumas. or relationship hurt or relationship problems. Sometimes we fall into relationships and our expectations, what we expect that our partner can provide or our partner should be, he or she is not like that. Because of that, it hurts us. Sometimes family also hurts us. Sometimes friends can also hurt you. All those hurt can cause a wound inside you. So sometimes some people will just say that they don't need anybody anymore because anytime somebody comes into their life, they just come to mess their life up, hurt them, and walk away. Sometimes parents can also hurt you. Sometimes at work, you can also be hurt. And all these hurts cause a wound inside your body, but it is not seen. So before you can be able to evolve, you need to get all these wounds healed. You need to heal from all these wounds. Sometimes we also get disappointed. Disappointment also cause a lot of wound. Then also betrayal, enviness. People envy people for nothing. People betray others. You trust somebody so much, but you will be betrayed. So all these things causes a lot of pain, a lot of hurt inside the human body. So if these wounds are not healed, you cannot evolve. You cannot get to your higher self. You cannot get properly connected to the spirit, the spiritual realm, so that you'll be able to tap into your divine purpose. Because anytime you want to go up, these wounds keep you remembered. They keep you angered. They hurt your emotions. They develop and get into your emotions. So anytime you want to try any new business, any adventure, any new thing, you keep remembering that you have been to this relationship and it doesn't work. What about when you are going to the next one? What is going to happen? You try this business, it doesn't work. So what about if you are going to try another one again? Will it work? You trusted this person very much, but this person has disappointed you. So what shows that when you open up to another friend or another person, that person will not hurt you. So all these things build up and it creates a very big wound inside the human body. So when these wounds are there, we cannot evolve as humans. So there is need to work on ourselves. So when we work on ourselves, we get healing. Our mind, we heal from the mind, then the brain get healed because it hurt the mind or the brain and also hurt our hearts. So, and then our emotions. So when we are able to work on ourselves, we identify all the weak points. Is it because you are not been doing the right work? You are not been going on well? You are not been opening up in your relationship? Is it because you are not been putting in certain work? Is it because you are still having attachment from your childhood? That's why you are still having that pain, that a gap, that unfulfillment, that unsatisfactory, that yes, you need to fulfill it. Is it because you are not healed? So you have to work on yourself. Try to find all your weak points. So when you are able to find all those weak points, then you'll be able to heal out of that. So when you are able to heal out of that, next time when you are going into a relationship, a business partnership, or any type of relation, you will be able to open up, you'll be able to communicate freely what do you want, what your needs are. Why do you think you need this relationship? Why do you think you need this connection? Why do you think you need this partnership? Why do you think you need this friendship? So when you are able to communicate very well, then the other part also know what you want. And if the other part cannot provide or is not in the position to provide, you might not go to hurt yourself. Then also childhood traumas. When we are able to work on ourselves, we find out that those times has passed. Sometimes the enemy uses this childhood trauma to try to feed into our emotions and make us feel small because we did not have the opportunity to be able to get or access certain type of lifestyle that we want or all other children are enjoying. Therefore, when we grow up, we feel that though that gap is there, but or we feel that our parents did not treat us well when we were young, or our parents did not give us certain opportunities when we need it. So when we are able to work ourselves, all those wounds will be healed. Or somebody hurt us in a relationship, all those wounds, when he healed, we will be able to evolve to our higher self. So in this doing, we will be able to stand and fit into any new opportunity or be able to embrace any new opportunity that comes our way. So it's very, very important for us to work on ourselves. Now, let's go to the third reason or the process how we'll be able to tap into our source. And this third reason is about loving ourselves. So the third reason is, or the third process is loving ourselves or ourselves. Now, loving ourselves, we see also that there is need to love ourselves, because if you don't love yourself, nobody can love you. It's a fact. And if you don't love yourself, you cannot attract anything good. Sometimes we spend so much time trying to please others, whether at workplace, whether in a family, whether in a relationship, whether in any type that we find ourselves in friendship. We try so much, put so much effort to be able to please others. It is very wrong. We need to love ourselves first. You put in so much effort to be able to feed certain people. You put in so much effort to be able to make some people's life better. You put in so much effort to be able to solve the problems for others. But ask yourself, when you have a problem, who do you tell? You carry friends' problems, you are carrying family problems, you are carrying relationship problems. Yourself, ask yourself, when you have problem, who supports you? Who do you tell? Who is your backup? What is your backup plan? So we waste too much time, too much money, too much effort in feeding others. When we are able to do or we embark on this kind of lifestyle, feeding others, putting into other people, supporting them, giving them our time, our attention, our resources, we neglect ourselves. And in the realm of the spirit, the meaning our life is not important to us. And when that happens, universe does not open for good things to happen in our life. It says we should give, but it doesn't say we should die, we should kill ourselves. We should give all ourselves out for others. Universe did not command us like that. We have to give, we have to love. Now, when we go into relationships, if we don't love ourselves, we don't look attractive to the other partner. If you don't eat well, you don't dress well, you don't take good care of yourself, your other partner will never look interested in you. You will not look attractive to your other partner. If you are going for business deal and you don't look like a professional, there's something in you that the other party needs. They cannot buy your service. If you did not educate yourself well, if you don't have the real or the important or the necessary training, the other party cannot invest in you, cannot trust you, cannot have business with you because you have nothing to offer. When we go into other type of relationships or engagements, we find out that if we did not put ourselves into certain level, nobody will like us. When was the last time did you take yourself out? Did you feel okay? Did you eat the food you want to eat? Did you drink the kind of drink you want? You take yourself out, you go for shopping, you buy the kind of dresses you feel when you wear, your soul will feel happy. When was the last time? So all these things, when we don't love ourselves, we make our soul grieve because every day we are thinking about others. Every day we are solving the problems of others, but we ourselves, we are not solving any problem for ourselves. We think it is not important, but it is very, very important in the realm of the spirit. Before we will be able to evolve and tap into our spirituality, we need to love ourselves. So loving yourself will give chance to universe to also give you more because it shows some level of appreciation. So when we love ourselves, we look more attractive to universe, we look more attractive to the spirits, we look more attractive to other people outside our surroundings. And whatever we are doing, our energy, our soul, they all come into unity. And it also resonates with the energies of the universe. And therefore, we will be able to evolve as humans. So loving ourselves is very, very important. And then when we love ourselves, then we also know that our thinking, our way of thinking must be positive so that whatever we need, we'll be able to attract it. We'll put ourselves in the right place at the right time so that we'll be able to receive from universe. Then we move on. Another process, which is the fourth process. The fourth process where we need to tap into our spirituality or we need to tap into ourselves is that we need to tap into our higher selves. Now, if we say we want to tap into our higher self, or we say we are tapping into our higher self, what does it mean? We have to tap into our higher self. That's number 4. It means that we have to align ourselves. Alignment is very, very important. You have to align yourself spiritually. You have to go with things that will raise your vibrations higher. So you align yourself into your higher self or into the realm of the spirit. You align yourself to the spirit. Then another thing is also, we also have to have good intentions. When we are trying to tap into our higher self, we need to have very good intentions. Very good intentions, because when we think negatively, whatever we put into the universe, that is what we receive. So when we want to tap into our higher self, then we need to be positive. We need to align ourselves into the spirit. We also need to have positive thinking. So when we are able to do that, then some people go ahead to do a lot of meditations, isolations. They practice so many things of that sort and make sure they take away all the negative thoughts, all the negative uh, energies, and they align themselves positively. And those positivity help us to tap into our higher self. So it's very important for us to have good intentions, positive thoughts, so that we'll be able to tap into our higher self. Then we also have another process that we need to adopt. That's number 5. Number 5, then we have to manifest the life we want or desire. Yes, we need to manifest the life we want or we desire. That's number 5. Now, what type of life do we want? What type of upliftment do we want in the spirit? Before we be able to get into our higher self or tap into our source, we need to manifest the type of life we want. Is it the type of relationship you want? What type of partner? What type of a wife? What type of husband do you need for yourself? Who is going to be your life partner that is going to walk the journey with you? That person must also vibrate at the same level or the same frequency. That person must also be in your level, physically, spiritually, emotionally, financially, and all. If the person you are attaching yourself to does not fall into your level, it doesn't balance, because that person have to pour into you or your cup, then you also pour into that person's cup. Emotionally, that person have to be available, so that you also make yourself available. You don't always have to be investing into any type of relationship or any type of engagement with all your effort, and the other person will just be sleeping or will refuse to pour into you. So both of you have to vibrate at the same frequency. So what type of person do you want? So you have to manifest that type of person. What type of lifestyle do you want? You have to manifest that type of lifestyle. Do you want to break free from poverty and move into abundance? If that is the kind of life you want, then you have to manifest it. You can go to Google and check how to manifest. You have to manifest that kind of lifestyle. You want to be a billionaire. You want to live a free life. You want to live a life that is free from attacks, from demonic attachments. You want to live a life that is free from disappointments, that is free from pain. So you have to manifest that kind of life. Then, what type of people do you want to be with? Maybe your outside world. You have to manifest that kind of people. That will be your soul tribe. Your friends have to be of the same level. Anybody you want to be with or you want to connect with, that person must also be of a higher level just as you. If that person does not vibrate just as you, then there's going to be a one side pouring into the other more than necessary. So it is going to draw your energy. So you have to manifest your soul tribe, the people you want to be with, the people you want to deal with. Do you want to deal with liars? Do you want to deal with cheaters, people who cheat a lot? Do you want to deal with them? Do you want to deal with people who don't respect? Do you want to deal with people who tell lies, who wear a lot of masks? Do you want to deal with people who are not truthful? Do you want to deal with people who live their life anyhow? Do you want to deal with drug addicts and all type of sinners? So you have to manifest the better people, the good people, the right people into your life. Then finally, what kind of guidance do you want? You have to manifest a divine guided life. So you manifest whatever life you want. How do you want it? How do you want your finances to be? How do you want your life to be? People who will come into your life. What type of people do you want? Or do you need? People you'll be doing business with. What kind of business? What kind of people? What is the level you want? So that is what you have to manifest. So when you are able to manifest all these people into your life, then those people become your soul tribe because they are all vibrating at your same level. So those people will become part of you. You are not worried when you want to deal with them. When they tell you something, you have no doubt because you know that it is the truth. You don't doubt them. You are always free. Anytime you want to take a risk, you are free to take it because you know that these people will never lie to you. They are not like the old people whereby when they tell you to look up, you definitely have to be looking down. When they tell you A, then it is rather B. When they tell you one thing, they go and give you another thing. So you have to manifest those people into your life, your soul tribe. So when they come into your life, you see that life become more bearable, life become more easier. So we have to follow this type of process to be able to tap into our higher self or our soul contract or our home or our source. Humanity has been moved away from its normal path for so many generations. So Christ coming, it has granted us the way to be able to connect or reconnect to our source so that we can tap into our divine purpose. If we are not able to tap into our divine purpose or we are not able to awaken, we may not know that we have a reason, we have a task, we have an assignment to come to this earth to deliver. You just come to live a normal life and go. But that is not why we are here. So we keep going and coming. But the reason we are here, it is in our divine assignment. And we have to put ourselves in that position to be able to tap into our source. When we tap into our source, we will be able to see the negative life from the positive one. Then we will be able to choose the positive life and be able to live the true life that we were promised. So when Jesus said he is the truth, this is the truth. Humanity have to tap into source. Humanity have to tap into spirituality. Then when we tap into spirituality, we'll be able to find who we are, what we have, and what we can do. So when we are able to do that, then we fulfill our divine purpose. Then the process of reincarnation will not continue. The processes of generational curses will not continue. The processes of karmic cycles will not continue. We'll be able to break free from that and live the life purpose that we are. Don't forget, this is a True Word channel, and this is the truth. So we pray that God give us the time and also the available resources that we'll be able to go to the third one, which is the life. You know, we all need life. We all need a better life for ourselves. So thank you very much. And we have to end it here and then also make room for the next one. Don't forget the journey of the chosen ones. So we look at the way. Now we are at the truth. Jesus said, when we know the truth shall set us free. So this is the truth. When we know that our purpose is to tap into our higher self, tap into our source, then we'll be able to know the truth, and then we'll be able to get the freedom that Jesus has promised. Thank you very much.